Iron Fist of Jack. Jack was born in a small, rust-covered town in America, a place where factories filled the air with smoke, and the streets carried the weight of hard lives. His father was a miner, silent, stern, worn down by years underground. His mother worked two jobs, holding the family together with sheer determination. Jack learned about hardship at an early age. Some nights there wasn't even enough food on the table. At school, he was bullied for his torn shoes and old jackets. But Jack never broke. The anger in his eyes slowly turned into something else: determination. One night he looked at his mother and said, "Mom, when I grow up, no one will ever look down on me again. One day, everyone will know my name." No one knew then that this small boy's fist would one day shake the world. At 14, Jack discovered an old boxing gym at the edge of town. The floorboards were cracked, the walls damp with age, but inside was a man who would change his life forever. Mike, a retired boxer, once a champion. Mike looked into Jack's eyes and saw something different. He tossed him a pair of worn-out gloves and asked, "Do you even know how to throw a punch, kid?" Jack replied without hesitation, "I do. And I'm not throwing it to eat. I'm throwing it to prove myself." From that day on, Jack's life transformed. Every morning began with training. Heavy bags, split lips, trembling arms. He fell, over and over, but every single time, he got back up. Mike taught him more than boxing. He taught him patience, discipline, and grit. In the ring, Mike would say, "You don't just fight your opponent. You fight yourself." Jack carved those words deep into his heart. During these years, another person entered Jack's life: Emily. She was the teacher's daughter, quiet, graceful, and gentle. Emily saw not just the fighter, but the fragile boy underneath. One day she told him, "When you step into that ring, you're not just fighting men, you're fighting your fears." Jack fell in love. But love and fame, they rarely walked the same road. The higher Jack climbed, the further he drifted from Emily. At 18, he fought his first amateur match. His opponent was 2 years older, built like a giant. Spectators whispered, "This kid doesn't stand a chance." But when the bell rang, it wasn't Jack lying on the canvas. It was his rival. That night, the whole town spoke of only one name: Iron Fist Jack. Crowds gathered to see him fight. Every punch shook not just his opponents, but the hearts of everyone watching. And soon, Jack stepped into the world of professional boxing. He won his first match, then another, and another. Before long, he was the fastest rising fighter in America. TV screens flashed his image. Newspapers printed his name. Fame, money, applause. But one evening, Mike pulled him aside and whispered, "Remember, kid, your greatest enemy isn't in the ring. It's inside you. But youth, money, and glory are loud voices." And Jack wasn't listening. Under the neon lights, he celebrated, surrounded by fans, journalists, and temptation. Yet in the quiet of his heart, Emily was the only one who mattered. The night came when Jack stepped into the ring for the championship fight. The arena thundered with thousands of voices. His opponent was one of the toughest fighters in the country. Jack was knocked down again and again, but he kept rising. And in the final round, he unleashed his famous left hook. The giant crashed to the mat. The arena erupted. Jack was no longer just a boxer. He was a champion. But life's hardest battles don't always happen in the ring. One night after a title fight, Jack drove home to find a building engulfed in flames. Children were trapped inside. People screamed, frozen in fear. But Jack didn't hesitate. He rushed into the fire, choking on smoke, flames licking at his skin. He carried the children out, one by one, collapsing to his knees in the street. There were no cameras, no bright lights. But that night, Jack won his truest victory. He wasn't just a fighter. He was a hero. Yet time is merciless. Years passed. Jack's fists slowed, his eyes blurred, his reflexes dulled. Younger boxers beat him with ease. The media that once praised him now tore him apart. "The legend is finished," they said. Inside, Jack fought a new kind of war, between his pride and his reality. Emily wanted to stand beside him, but Jack couldn't accept defeat, not even from life itself. The ring became a place of ghosts. It wasn't his arena anymore. It was his prison. And so the years went by. An old man now, Jack spent his days walking in the park. Children would run up to him, their eyes wide with wonder. Mister, Jack, which was it really you? Were you really the Iron Fist? Jack would smile. I was just a man, he'd say. But if you believe, there's an iron fist inside each and every one of you. And so it was. Jack's fist one day grew still, but his courage, his love, his humanity were written forever into the hearts of those who remembered him.